Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Writer Time Archive here on the Morphin Network. I'm Mike, and that's Steve, and we're here to discuss. Come on. Hold on. Give me a second. There we go. We're here to discuss Kamen Rider Gaim episodes 12 through 15 and the Hyper Battle video. Because the Hyper Battle video basically takes place sometime before episode 12.
It's amazing how these, it's one of those things that you're like, okay, where's the canon? Where does this happen? Where does that happen? As I've said before, this is the era where they were just throwing everything.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Everything. I mean, you have within like not even 10 episodes, we already had the Versus movie.
Yeah, the winter film, and then and then within the same time span, we got the Hyper Battle video, and then right after the second arc, we're gonna have a spring break team up, followed by another Versus movie featuring characters from the spring break team up, and then you got the summer film and an obligatory backdoor entrance for a Kikaider reboot. And let me tell you, like, if you've seen Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 3 episodes, A Friend in Need, that's basically that, except instead of Power Rangers being a backdoor for Masked Rider, you got Kamen Rider being a backdoor for Kikaider. And then you got the guidance. And, okay, this is the part where I really need to address the elephant in the room. The way we break down the episodes for each segment of our podcast, you know, like we try to be as consistent as possible in terms of number of episodes per podcast. Like generally it's like ideally it's like, oh, every podcast is gonna have 5 episodes or 4 episodes or 6 episodes as we have in the previous 3 seasons. But we have to like make sure that it's like it's in a way where it's like, one, we cut off an arc where it's properly cut off. And 2, like within that arc, we cut off the episodes where they would make sense to cut off. So we're not having like a weird thing where it's like, oh, main character unlocks a new form. And then 1 episode later, nothing important happens. And like, that's where we cut off the end of the podcast. But so
have people been questioning the formula?
Not yet, but this is why I have to bring up the formula. So before,
again, it's like if those who know, they know that this was a transition in both Rider and Sentai writing and how they went about the shows. Remember that there was, well, more so an example for Kamen Rider. There was an evil organization or a foreign entity, whether it be from outer space or demonic or whatever.
Or ancient civilization. Or whatever.
That would just like come in, and those were the bad guys. They would create the monster that would, you know, they would send out and they would cause havoc, blah, 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 blah. Now it is a war among the people. Because again, this is a good pin for these sets of episodes of what is it to be a hero, or what is a hero defined as? Because you think you're doing good, but at the same time you're doing harm, and you might be doing more harm to the populace than you would be to people.
Because this is why I appreciate Kawa from Geets because like, you know, on the first episode he says, I want to achieve world peace, and then immediately he's shot down. It's like, okay, but what does that mean for you to have world peace? What does that mean? And then it's like, around episode 8, like you like he gets called out on it. It's like you say you want world peace, but why should we give up our lives and our aspirations for you?
It's pretty much as it is. It's I know the phrase is dated, and some people think it's kind of cheesy, but it is a thing that is in life. It's equivalency.
Mhm.
If you want peace, you have to give up something to get it. It's equivalent exchange. You want peace, but what are you planning to pay for that peace? Now, some people would say, I would pay anything for peace. I would pay anything, which good. Okay.
Easy to say.
Oh, easy to say.
But will he follow through?
But again, here's the thing, and I just recently came upon this, and we just don't talk about Japanese stuff here. We talk about all fandoms here, and here's one for you guys. God, okay. So the oh my God, how is it called? The Ferengi rules of acquisition. There is an episode where a female Vulcan is like having a problem with the Cardassians and some rebels, and she gets Quark of the Ferengi to help her. Now the Ferengi are all these people that are like businessmen, space businessmen, I guess you could probably say. You could say other things, but bottom line is that at the end of it all, after it's all kind of said and done, but not really, this alien tells this who is like the most logical beings in the world, like the super smart people, what you're doing is stupid. Do you understand? You want peace. Great. So do I. But you're saying you're going to give everything, lives, money, resources to obtain peace. And the reason why you say you want to do that is because you talk about these people, these things having like weapons and powers. You guys have it too, but none of you guys have an equal footing on what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of you like throwing everything in the kitchen sink to each other, now it is the time to plan and figure it out. Because if not, it's going to get more expensive in the end, and you're going to have to sacrifice even more. And at that point, what did you just do? One of the key rules of acquisition: you never pay more than what it costs.
You just remind me of this one Saturday Night Live cold opening from like season 25, I think. Sorry, 35, I think it was, where like Barack Obama is like having a meeting with the president of China, and Nassim Pedrad plays like the interpreter. And like she says this one little funny lines, it seems like all your plans about in order to save money involve spending more money.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just as critical about like certain like green deals, because it's like, yeah, I want to protect the environment, I want to protect the planet, but the thing is, it's like all of your plans to prevent pollution involve committing even more pollution than just simply doing nothing.
So bottom line is that in this whole thing, because again, like I was putting with the Kamen Riders, it used to be a foreign like alien type of thing. Now it's the people, because I know that Ryuki did it where we focused a lot on like the Rider War and everything like that, and then Decade kind of came in and salt bayed a little bit more on that. But now Gaim, here is the story, because we actually had it in the last review where Kota said, if I had known what was going to happen after this event of us we were no longer going to be kids, we're going to be adults. And it's like, okay, yeah. So what does that mean? It means a lot of truths are going to come out.
Yeah.
No more,
and a lot of burdens, and it's like
no sugarcoating. And I understand, Kota. I understand what you're getting at. I do. But at the same time, not everybody can be saved.
Yeah.
Not everyone can be saved, nor should they be saved, because you yourself are the person who makes the decisions in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Again, in these episodes,
there's even a scene where Mai gets an interaction with Blonde Mai.
Yes, and Blonde Mai tells Mai, Seriously, it's like, like it's Zelda and Helda. It's pretty much it's the oh my god, the link between worlds.
That one's
it's like she tells her, please get out, go, leave, never come back, because if you stay, but she chooses to stay, and it's just like, okay, now we'll see. Now we'll see what happens. Because
Power Rangers Lost Galaxy had a similar situation in an episode where the commander gets brainwashed by that one female monster, and like in the beginning of the episode, it's like, hi, what do you see? It's like, well, I see that giant star. Like if we change directions, but before we get it to a certain distance from it, we would still be able to veer away from its gravitational pull. But it's like, well, what do you say we do? I say we change course now so that we won't have to worry about the gravitational pull later. And he was right, but the commander gets brainwashed and cuts.
Yeah,
they end up having to cut it close.
Yeah, you didn't listen, and normally it's like, I think this is the point you all need to listen, because even so, I know that a lot of people have been reaching out to me and be like, "Oh, you're gonna hate Michi, you're gonna hate blah blah blah," and I'm like, as of right now, my opinions have not changed, because ask yourself this: if you were to find out what Michi found out in the last 2 episodes about Kota, about Bear.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. Hold on, you're a little frozen there, but let's try that. Let's see if that. I hope Helheim didn't claim you. Okay, you good? Okay, yeah. Like you just got sucked into Helheim for a second.
Yeah, I did. So forgive me. I saw some delicious fruit.
Yeah.
I didn't eat it though. I mean, it looks delicious, but I think it looks more better in a cornucopia for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But knowing what Michi finds out in these last 2 episodes, can you blame the poor bastard? I can't. I certainly cannot. Especially when you find out, like, what, I mean, we're going to get there, but we find out about a person that we met in the first episode and what actually happened.
Yeah.
So, again, everything is just like, and again, even Michi told Kota in, I think, the 2nd episode of this review, get rid of the belt. Wash yourself of this. Just go away. Kota, did you listen?
No.
Because I gotta be the hero. I gotta be, again, you know what's all, it was also this, it also hit me like right there. This is the prelude to My Hero Academia.
Yeah, because like when you decide to like become a hero,
you want to be the hero.
You have to recognize that you have to embrace certain burdens, and actually that really ties to like the opening, like you really have to like tie it to like the opening line in the season. Is it the glory that you seek or the burden that you can bear?
Yeah, because again, this is the moment that we're not playing hero, little boy. This is actual hero and what it is to be a hero and what it is to be a man and to be an adult. So let's get into it.
Okay. So getting the hyper battle video out of the way, because we always do the hyper battle video first. Although for Fives, we were this close to like doing it at the end of the previous video. But okay, so hyper battle video. So Kota and Kaito find out that their lock seeds are, well, they've rotted. Like they don't work anymore. Like they left them in the fridge for too long. So, but then the lady of beginning, Blonde Mai, tells them, you could get fresh fruit if you do 4 things. It's like, oh, we have to do 4 things. Okay, what are these 4 things? Number 1, in order to create fresh fruit, you have to live in a fresh environment. So go clean your room, nerds. That's basically what she said. Nerds, you got to clean your rooms. And like basically Kota nailed it. Like he went full Geki Red with like when he was like washing like the floors. It's like you gotta go low. You gotta lower your air resistance. Like you gotta put your back into it. And of course, like Kota like dominates. Then number 2, you also gotta eat fresh food. So when you get a snack, then make sure it's fresh. So it's like so basically. Kaido teaches everyone how to make a fruit tart. Kaido, who is not a Virgo, by the way, makes some beautiful pastries.
And what's wrong with Virgos?
It's not what's wrong with Virgos. The real question is, what's wrong with not being a Virgo? Because Oron Pierre Alfonso only hires Virgos.
That's very true.
Yeah, August 30th.
Yeah, that's very true. It's like what y'all are just Virgos. I mean, what you guys don't get us. You guys don't get us. See, that's the thing. That's why it's like, oh, we're stuck up. No, man, we just don't deal with BS.
Yeah, it's like Oron is kind of proven right about like Kota being a filthy Aquarius because like he really poorly handled that knife. He was like cutting an orange. Like he literally cut himself. So it's like, no. See, here's how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to gently slice partway and then press away. Slice slightly and press away. It's like you got to use a gentle grip when you're cutting things. I'm like, are you sure like you need to use a spear, not a sword? Because you seem to be doing a damn good job of that. Of course, naturally, Kaido makes a beautiful tart, and of course, I wish Oron Pierre Alfonso was there to be like, Monsieur Banana, what do you think you are doing? It's like, do you think you could show me up with your pastry work? You are not a Virgo!
And you are not French, Alfonso Pierre.
But he does have Michelin stars.
He does have Michelin stars.
He does have Michelin stars. And a Medal of Honor from the French paratroopers, so... So number 3, you also have to look fresh. So basically, they but also like you have to like wear like basically they do a fashion show where like Mai teaches them how to catwalk.
You gotta wear deodorant. You gotta comb your hair. You gotta
comb your hair. You gotta put a nice 3-piece suit on.
Fresh.
Yeah, so you gotta live fresh.
This is what I love. This is what I love so much about like these little videos and whatnot, that they just call out the dweebs and the weebs that are just like, you think it's mean. You think we're joking. You think, no, we're not. See, that's why I say I'm not a weeb. Yeah, you're right. Look, you're right. Absolutely. Yeah. But this ain't weeb stuff. This is just my interest. This is just my stuff.
This is human stuff.
I am not a shut-in. I mean, I shower, I brush, got to have proper hygiene. They're basically calling out every...
I ironed my sheets today.
They're talking to little boys and little girls like, you got to,
do not become like those filthy Americans who go to anime conventions.
At the same time, let us not address the giant watermelon in the room that, well, you know what? Going to Ranger and Tokusatsu conventions, I will say the BO is not bad, or is not, it's non-existent. There might be a random person who just like, whatever. But when you talk about like Anime Expo or any of these big like Weebchella level of conventions, it's like apparently it's like a freaking achievement in a video game that I haven't showered for 7 days.
In certain Smash tournaments, apparently competitive players have deliberately avoided hygiene.
It's a rule.
It's a scare tactic. As a scare tactic against their opponent.
It's a freaking rule in not only Smash and fighting tournament video games, but also now in TCG. Like, you are, like, it is a rule that if you are not, like, like presentable, you are not allowed to come in. Which I'm like, hey man, you want to say it's mean, but I mean,
like I don't hate the rule itself. I hate that society got to the point that we need that as a rule.
It's the same thing I said about cosplay is not consent.
I was gonna say, I hate that I don't hate the phrase itself.
Right there. My hot take right there. Cosplay is not consent. Not to rant about it, but I just will say this was the dumbest, stupidest thing we had to enforce, because that is something we were taught as children and in society.
Yeah.
Where apparently you go into a convention center, all rules get thrown out the window. Like, no.
And just to be clear, we're not saying cosplay is not consent in itself. That's not the problem. What is the problem? Is that we as a society
keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I know you see a girl walking around like Satsuki or Ryuko from Kill la Kill, or you see some Kamen Rider cosplayer, whatever. I mean, cool, great, whatever. But I'm like, why do we have to keep you on a leash, man? Young lady, why do we have to have you never gone to a public pool or the beach or anything like that? How come you can control yourself there, but not here? Oh, that's right. You're a filthy weeb and a degenerate.
And one more time, I'll say one more time, we don't have an issue with the phrase in itself.
No,
we have an issue that we have to outright say it.
Yeah. So some people might at me, by all means, but again, I'm not saying it's stupid that we have. It's stupid that it must be enforced when it's already common sense.
Yeah, it's positive punishment.
I leave it at that. We must get back to the guy.
It's positive punishment. Like if you weren't doing this behavior, we would not have to say this thing that you don't like hearing us say. Take a shower, brush your teeth, wear clean clothes. Ask people for permission if you want to take photos of them or with them, or if you want to hug them, ask them for a hug before outright doing it. And if they say no, embrace the fact that you are not going to embrace them.
Leave it be.
Yeah, let it be. Let it be. Okay, so you got to live fresh, eat fresh, dress fresh, and then finally number 4, you got to smile fresh. That's right. You kids, you gotta smile. Really? That's the 4th one. Yes, you have to smile. And of course, Coda smiles perfectly. My smiles perfectly.
Mr.
Kaido.
I got blue steel. Just you got the swagger. Shut up, Kaido. It was it must be really, really, really difficult to be really, 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 really good looking. Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, so Kaido, Koda's lock seed becomes a fresh lock seed, Televi-kun exclusive, but Kaido's doesn't. So he gets upset. He goes to Helheim to get a bunch of lock seeds, where he meets Ryugen and Zangetsu, also collecting lock seeds. And yes, they still don't know that they're brothers.
Not yet.
And so it's so then the 3 of them challenge Koda, you got that new fresh lock seed. We challenge you to see how good you really are. So we have our selection screen menu where each of the 3 riders have 3 lock seeds for you to choose from. And of course, only one of each of the 3 options is objectively correct. So for Baron, you got, for Baron, you got Ichigo. You got, for Ichigo, you got that one. And you got another one that's unbalanced. I forgot what it was. And then you got Kiwi. He's like, you know what? I'll use Kiwi because they're very cutty. Then Ryugen, he's got Ichi. No, he didn't. No, he's got Pine and 2 other ones. Oh, yeah, and he's got Melon, but of course he goes with Pine because like he wants to use the swingy thing so he could, well, if it was Mai, he'd be saying, "Oh my, boku ni tsurarete miru."
Such a weeb.
Such a weeb. Such a weeb. And then for Zangetsu, well, TLDR, he uses mango because it's a heavy hitter. But I have to say, my favorite one for Zangetsu, though, is the strawberry lock seed. For reasons that I've been waiting to discuss. In Bleach,
I don't know. Ichigo!
In Bleach, you have Ichigo using Zangetsu. But here you have Zangetsu using Ichigo.
I'm pretty sure they were like, you know what, we can get away with this. We can totally get away with it. And I'm like,
the strawberry and the moon cutter, tale as old as time.
Yeah, you're right. You could totally get away with this, but at the same time, historically, Zangetsu is actual historical something in history.
Yeah, it means
Ichigo could either be translated as one
strawberry,
one of many, or strawberry. So, I mean, that just shows how much we go outside and touch grass.
Yeah, like in fact, the very first chapter of Bleach is literally called the Strawberry, the Strawberry Reaper. Like, it explicitly says strawberry
because they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing. Yeah,
Same thing here. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing.
Mm-hmm. So fresh orange guy has to fight against Pine Ryugen, Kiwi, Baron, and Mango Zangetsu. And of course, you pick the order in which you fight them, but canonically, Zangetsu needs to be last. Let's be honest. So when he fights Ryugen, he uses his knowledge of dressing fresh in order to defeat him because he just walks forward in a straight line, like in a catwalk, and manages to dodge that entire flail at every swing just by walking forward. It's like this is clearly a parody of the movie Godspeed Love, where Tendo Soji's like walking in a straight line and getting shot at, and every shot misses. Then with Barrett, it's like, he utilizes what he learned of like using appropriate cutting technique with the orange in order to get ahead of Baron. And then finally with Zangetsu, he uses his knowledge of how to clean a floor, Geki Red style, and just like, oh, I gotta go low. And as he defeats all 3 of them, like Koda and Mai just like walk in on Kaido, like looking to the mirror, like trying to learn how to smile. But when he finally does, instead of having Banana become fresh, one of Kota's Pine lock seeds becomes fresh instead. Get the Pine one in Telebi-kun. That's the Hyper Battle video. I have to say, I enjoyed it solely because of the fact that I like the lesson here. You got to live fresh, eat fresh, and dress fresh. That's why I cleaned the house this weekend. I did the laundry, and I ate a salad today. Holy happenstance.
I just went outside for some fresh air. That's pretty much it. But either or, you gotta stay fresh and you just gotta stay orange. All right, enough of that. So let us get into these episodes. Fuck on! Because apparently we not only get we finally get to see these new belts. we finally get to see these new belts that are not the prototypes, and we finally get 4 mysterious new people who show up randomly. Which I was like, this isn't Power Rangers. What the hell is this?
Yeah.
But let us start.
Yeah. So pretty much the entirety of the first episode, and by first episode I mean episode 12, is just simply Kota and Michi just reviewing what they learned in the previous 2 episodes. And they get some groupies, reject the groupies, but then a bunch of plant zombies attack the groupies. So naturally, Kota tries to like save them, and Michi's like, why?
No, you can't. You can't get involved. You gotta. Why are you bothering? Because I'm the hero. I'm the main character.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you realize what you are saying, and do you realize what it is that you are taking on?
Yeah, and then of course they find Yggdrasil sends a bunch of Kurokage troopers to like destroy the evidence. And yes, because Kurokage is gone now, completely gone now. Like yeah, because he was destroyed.
He got his ass kicked.
His belt was literally destroyed. So like they made like a mass producible versions where like anyone could wear them instead of requiring a specific person to initialize.
Especially when it comes down to this particularly, I mean, again, we have already solidified that the fruits are the ones that get the most intricate and crazy looking designs, whereas nuts and seeds are just kind of like the foot soldiers. So it's kind of, I'm not really surprised that the pine cone, and then later on others become like just the grunts of this series, and of course like the inverse are just there now. Now the henchmen, the putties are the pine cones.
Yeah. So of course like Hase does try to fight against Baron for like territory, but of course because his belt is busted, he can't do squat. And so like he basically gets kicked out of his own squad. Even freaking Jonochi's like, yeah, I don't want to hang out with you no more. See, like you're not a rider anymore, so yeah, I'm gonna hang out with the swordsman with the Brigadier of Landstar. At least he looks like Kamen Rider Zolda. I wish Joey would stop talking about Kamen Rider.
What were you expecting? Seriously, like what were you expecting from him? Like, no joke.
Even Rex and Weevil would throw each other in the butts if they had the opportunity.
Well, they have many a times. So, I mean, but it's like, his team just like, it's done. It's over. You guys you got to rebuild again as you should. But it kind of just like everyone just threw in the towel, and that just sent this poor bastard into a spiral of depression.
Yeah. But at least Jonochi like try to like pull himself up by the bootstraps and like just like head slammed into the floor to Oran Pierre Alfonso, and of course he's like, oh, Jonochi, monsieur, when is your birthday? August 30th. 3 magnifique. You are a Virgo. I will train you.
Yeah, again, people will be like, what's wrong with Virgos? And it's just like, I don't know. Apparently, long story short, a friend of mine gave a reading to someone, and they said to them that you have to befriend Virgos because they will improve your life because this person was a massive dumpster fire. And they met me, didn't know, but apparently they didn't get it. They said to stay away from September Virgos for some reason. Like, what's the difference? Well, I mean, really, what's the difference? And so this person just fucked it up. I'm like, no, apparently I was a golden ticket and you threw me away. So, fuck you.
Well, I don't as I've mentioned before, I don't believe in the whole astrology thing. So
not much myself, but
so like naturally, it's like Virgo, Taurus, Aquarius. We're all the same, really. At least for me. Just don't be a jerk. Just don't be a jerk.
Yeah.
That's all I care about. Just don't be a jerk. I don't care what sex, race, orientation, nationality you are. Just don't be a jerk. That like I only distinguish people into two categories: jerks and not jerks. And where you get sorted is based on consistent behavior. That's all it is. Yeah, I believe someone called it content of character, but yeah, no, it's like, but no, because August 30th, it's like apparently that's what you need to be a patissier. So of course, first you're going to start mixing that batter. Then you're going to learn to cut just like Kaito, and I will make a beautiful panna cotta for that wonderful melon man.
Which apparently you didn't know was in your restaurant the next episode.
Yeah. That's kind of part of the fun of that, like if you really think about it, because it's like I don't know if you've ever watched Cyber 6, but like you got this female protagonist who's like a vigilante superhuman, and like she's disguised herself as a male high school teacher, and like there's like one episode where like one of her female students has a crush on her male teacher. First of all, stranger danger, stranger danger, stranger danger. Like we already had this discussion in Ultraman Arc, but it's like what's really funny is like you don't know that your crush is actually a woman.
The deception, but I don't think you're going to be very shocked when you find out, unless that's not your thing.
Yeah, it's like because it's like oh man,
which
like,
that has happened many a times on my end with many people.
Mm-hmm.
Not very. How do you explain that to these young boys? That him? No, that's just a girl in drag. She just likes to do that. She's not at all. To break way too many hearts. I know. We're sorry, but.
Yeah, by the way, shout outs to Vladimir from those Omegle videos.
Mm-hmm.
I love those videos where like he's like dressed up as like Natalie Uwu. Hi guys, it's me, Natalie. Do you even lift?
In this episode, we got that whole thing about Michi kind of telling Kota to stop being the hero, stop. Like throw it all away, Kota. We can live normal lives. And of course Kota doesn't do it, which that's gonna
Kota's like, no.
That's gonna bite you in the ass the next episode. Really, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? But it's like again, it's that juvenile thought about being the hero and that you could save everyone, not knowing that the actions that you are taking or that you are doing is causing more harm to the populace. So it's one of those things that, so the inverse are attacking. And, well, apparently there's a dragon inverse or something like that running around as well that is just running around, apparently not really fun. But we found out that these attacks that are happening to people, like random civilians, they're getting infected.
Oh yeah,
it's a Goosebumps story.
Yeah, don't go into the basement. Don't go into the basement.
Oh my god! Like they're literally, wait, what's going on? What's that? Like what? Like yeah, the people who are getting attacked, they're literally becoming plants. How? It's an infection, I guess. They're just the two girls that tried to get Kota and Michi's numbers or whatever. They got attacked, and now they got infected, and it's this whole big pandemic. I guess you could say. Wear your masks, people. That is happening. 6 feet. That is going on. And
of course, people are blaming the
they're blaming the beat writers. They're blaming them because they're like, oh, well, you guys and your again, isn't that always? I mean, and again, this is what I say, and it has been said in media, both television, film, books, and so on and so forth. is that you cheer for the hero, but you really cannot wait for the hero to fuck up and become the villain.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in this case where, you know, both Kota, Michi, and Mai go to the hospital because, oh, my sister nagged me to come here just to get checked out, blah, blah, blah. They walk in and they get mobbed. They get attacked by, like, you know, my daughter was attacked. My son was, you know, blah, at your stupid dance concerts and blah, you kids and your dancing and your womp womp music.
This reminds me of that video with Samuel L. Jackson where it's like, where like people keep complaining to him that like their kids are repeating stuff that he did in like his movies.
Why are you letting your kids watch Samuel L. Jackson movies?
Yeah, don't you know? Don't you know Star Wars The Phantom Menace is for adults?
Yeah. So what is, you know, seriously? And the thing is that
why are you on a plane full of snakes?
The doctors I thought were gonna stop the crowd. No, they give them even more shit because they take them to the infected ward, and you see these people just like vines coming out of their mouths, out of their arms. They're literally becoming a fucking salad at this point, and everyone is blaming them, and it's like Coach is like, oh my god, I'm doing more, while Michi was like, duh, that's what I've been telling you, dude. We gotta stop. We gotta stop being hero. We don't know what's the effect that's going on with this, because isn't it kind of crazy?
But also my question to that is, how is themselves becoming writers causing this? Because the way I see it is that this has been going on for a while, even before
it has been going on for a while. But now
you could say part of it is because of the Invis games. You know, when like they make the Invis fight each other, because you lose control and an Invis like breaks out of the ring and goes rabid. Right. But how is you being an actual writer causing this to spread? Because I'm pretty sure this has been going on for months now.
Again, the populace will blame somebody. That's what they do. The populace, it's a quote that is said, you know, when the chips are down and everything is going to hell, these civilized people will eat each other.
You see, I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve.
Yeah. So it's like, again, we all know that this has been going on. Like, rifts have been happening, the zippers have been opening, and people have been attacked, and so on and so forth. We see random flowers and plants, but no one gave a shit until the writers showed up and kind of have been defending the people. But because of what happens, well, we have to blame somebody, and it's not us.
Yeah, because before Batman, we only had to worry about Falcone and Maroni, but like now, because Batman is here, we have to deal with like Joker and Scarecrow and soon to be Bane. But the thing is, the League of Shadows would have showed up with or without Batman existing.
It's the same thing here. The inverse would have busted through regardless, because let us face facts here, people. Yggdrasil is the bad guy. Yeah, but they are the bad guy with reason.
Yeah, it's like John Hammond in the books, where it's like in the movie, he's like a whimsical guy who just made a few bad mistakes.
He's a sweet guy who wants to make a fantasy world come true, whereas in the books
he is the scummiest person. Like he would throw his 2 grandkids under the bus if it would mean he would be like the sole survivor of the island. Needless to say, I'm so happy to read what happens to him in the books.
I want them to make Jurassic Park from the book's perspective. I really do. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that's likely to happen. But again, the thing is that, you know, you want to say that Yggdrasil is the bad guy. They are in a way, but at the same time, there is reason behind their madness, as opposed to, like, you know, some people in the organization of Yggdrasil.
Sid.
Yeah, that are kind of like you're robbing them, but what you're doing is you're taking the money and instead of pocketing it or doing whatever, you're taking it and you're just all the money. You stole everything, right? And you just start a bonfire with it.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone around you is like, what? Wait, what? Then why did we do this? What was he's like,
fire warm.
But that's billions of dollars.
Shh. Listen to that crackling. It's so soothing.
Quiet. Again, some men don't need logic. Some men just want to see the world burn.
See, this 4 episodes, basically the dark.
These 4 episodes, literally, like we went from dancing and fruits and memes to now we're like.
And eventually it will become Game of Thrones. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we're gonna get to it because again, the from these 11 episodes that we had left, now it's just like, wait, what? What's going on? What's happening? It's like, yeah, Idrisil is bad, but not really. You think certain people are horrible, but they're actually not. And the people you don't really think too much are literal monsters. Mm-hmm. And the people you don't really necessarily like that you think, oh, they should die, you're going to be rooting for them to live and to be the hero that we deserve. Mm-hmm. While technically the hero that we do have, the heroes that we have, you're gonna be like, fuck these guys, like what?
Yeah, no, there's a reason why Oron and Kaido are probably the most popular characters in the entire show.
Yeah, no, it starts right here. It starts right here about
because your very first impression of Kaido and Oron is Kaido's a douchebag rival, but maybe there's a glimmer of honor.
Maybe there's some honor or something there.
And then Oron, it's like, oh, look at this jerk. He's like trying to keep these kids from having fun. Look at him being an offensive stereotype, but it's like, but is he though? Mm-hmm. Is he though?
Yeah, because again, Michi tells Koda that we should stop. We should just like, no. We have to keep going. We have to figure it out. We got to save the people. At that point, well, they get attacked by that dragon because apparently the dragon.
Well, just before they get attacked by the dragon, can you smell what Oron Pierre Alfonso's cooking?
Yeah, apparently he is now a hired mercenary for Yggdrasil.
Yeah, and he gets hired by Takatora of all people.
By his boyfriend. But if you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we do have a very flamboyant, masculine to gay anti-hero or antagonist, I guess, in this series that speaks the truth. He is not a stereotype. Well, he is technically.
Yeah, he is a bit of a stereotype. But still, given what portrayals we've had of male gay characters in media up to that point, Oron Pierre Alfonso is probably it's like one of the best out there because it's like here's the thing for me, I hate how almost every portrayal of a male gay character is always either overly flamboyant or overly effeminate or both. And 95% of the time has a really high libido on screen.
And also just for some reason, you're just here for the sake of being here.
Where
our boy Alfonso Pierre has reason.
Yeah, Oron Pierre Alfonso is one of the best portrayals we've ever had because he's he's wearing the makeup and he's flamboyant, but he's very masculine. Have you seen those arms? He never.
No. Did you see those arms when he was at his restaurant?
You could grill baby back ribs on those abs.
He is. If Alex Louis Armstrong, I know he's not gay, but
if Alexander Louis Armstrong put on eyeshadow and lipstick, this is what he would look like.
Yeah. Well, like pretty much that whole thing where it's like where they tried to get what's his face with his sister, and he just thinks what his sister looks like, and it's just a femme cross-dressing version of him. That is Pierre. That is Pierre, and the
irony of it is that his youngest sister.
Give him the little sparkles, the little sparkles or whatever.
You know what's funny is that Alexander's younger sister is actually the physically strongest out of all three Armstrong siblings.
Yeah.
It's like
the sweetest. She is the
like you got General Armstrong, then you have Colonel Armstrong. And then you have their younger sister. And as tough as the two Armstrongs are that are in the military, their younger, very feminine, sweet, endearing sister that was willing to go out on date with Sean.
Hina.
Yeah.
It's like Hina from O's.
Yeah, like she is the strongest. Like she could bench press a sloth.
She could bench press that watermelon like no fucking way.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we get this whole thing where Pierre is now fighting for Idrisil, and he's fighting for
against Team Baron, the entire Team Baron, like even so much so that Pico gets injured. Like freaking Pico gets injured.
Pico got oh my god, a freaking like a plastic board falls on his arm. And it's like
my slingshot hand. That was my slingshot hand.
No, it didn't. He's like,
to be fair, I
grow up. But like,
to be fair, one, I'm glad Zach wasn't the one that got hurt because we all love Zach.
Because we need
Zach.
But
two, we appreciate that Kaido cared more about Pico's health than his own pride against
Pico. Grow some nads for like it is just a flesh wound. Oh my god! Like I've seen worse
in the same season.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Mai has sustained worse injuries already.
Yeah,
Mai. She got worse injuries already than what Pico got.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and then like of course everyone hails Bravo as a hero because he's protecting everyone from the beat riders.
But he himself is a beat rider. But again, it's to show that the population is stupid because he himself is that cause as well. He unleashed like 8 different inverse and a wild boar. And yet you all don't know that, and yet you're cheering for him. But it's like, oh, but Baron is a bully, and Baron doesn't know what the fuck is going on. He doesn't follow the fake news media. He's just there to dance.
Welcome to the Yggdrasil News Network.
Yeah, he don't listen to the fake news. And what sucks is that throughout this whole thing, Baron runs off into our sweet Pineco boy is still running through shell shock.
Yeah. And like what I love is that Oran Pierre Alfonso even like makes this PSA where he's like holding a glass of wine while completely morphed. I'm like, how are you gonna drink that through that helmet? For real though.
But it's like this whole thing where it's like, oh hey, yeah, we got to get rid of all these beat writers. We got to get rid of all these kids now. So go ahead and do that. And of course, it leads up to a team up with Gaim and Baron against
and Gaim even uses banana arms.
Yeah, he uses banana, which doesn't really look that great on him.
No, it's the blue and yellow. It's like, while it's a great color scheme, it doesn't pop.
It doesn't pop. Like the armor, like if they had done something different with the armor for him, it would have worked. But I'm like, no.
I'm not gonna lie though, when I found out, like back in 2014, because this was already January, part of me wished that like Baron would have used orange arms in that fight instead of Mango.
Yeah.
Because they're basically switching that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, they both fight Bravo, and it's like, Sacre bleu! This is so incredible! Like, how did you become so strong?
But I gotta go because I gotta go whip the cream.
Yeah, the cream needs whipping. Yeah. I love how like whenever he needs to retreat,
that's not dirty, not at all.
No. You know what is dirty? You know what is dirty? How like sending out your Raticate against a little kid's Butterfree, and then as soon as Butterfree uses its stun spore on your Raticate, you're like, what? Well, we could call this a draw. Let's trade my Raticate for your Butterfree.
That's bullshit.
And yet it happened.
Why would you?
Because Ash was coerced by Brock in one of his worst moments.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently we run into a building and we notice that there are plants growing inside this building.
And Takatora's like, well, Bravo clearly failed, so I'm going to do this myself. So this is where we get our second look at this new lock seat. Metal energy.
We've gone to energy drinks.
I love how like the soda pours down on the Genesis driver.
Like soda. Okay. Seriously, I'm like, where is the Red Bull and the Monster marketing here? That could have fucking, but no. Anyway.
Yeah, like you know, one thing I actually appreciate about the lock seed is like first of all, the energy lock seeds, with the exception of Hex, which we'll get to when we get to it. Like, I love how like the actual lock looks like a little bendy straw.
Yeah,
it's a little bendy straw.
Yeah, they really are something. I will really say they really are something.
Yeah.
I mean, soda of all things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Soda.
Oops, I forgot.
Sold separately. But yeah, because apparently that dragon that they've been following, this kind of Shenlong looking dragon, gets shot down by
Sonic Arrow.
Yeah, by the Sonic Arrow, now sold separately at your local Toys R Us.
Which reminds me,
you already have it, don't you? You filthy casual, you. Save your money, kids. It looks a lot bigger on the show.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
God almighty. See, that's the thing. I'm like, you could. I mean, I know people who 3D print the larger ones and they look pretty sick, but still. Yeah. So apparently, this dragon just decides to engorge itself on fruit just because. But it's really no big deal that they take it out. I mean, I would imagine like it's based off of a Shenlong dragon.
Yeah,
it could be something, but no, not really, because we must now get into the actual reason and why we're here. Because apparently,
Ponce's just watching this.
He's just like watching, and he's like, he looks up and he sees Zangetsu up there.
He's the reason why I lost everything.
I lost it because of him, blah blah. And again, the question that was asked. So what happens? What happens when a human actually consumes the fruit that the inverse eats? You know, what are the ramifications of a human consuming Helheim fruit? You know, and we get that question answered because we see this dumb bastard chomping on one, and then he becomes a gerbil. I don't want to say
like he has the body of the tiger.
I don't want to say it's a tiger because it doesn't even look like it. Because he's just like, I don't know what you are, but I'm all right. Fine. And we go into the next episode where apparently, again, Kota being such a good boy and being like the stereotypical hero, he tries to save him. He tries, but it's like, bro, he's already dead. It's like the guy that, like, okay, you know what? The zombie apocalypse happened. Your friend got bitten, and now he's turned. Your friend died when he got bit. Your friend died when he bit the fruit. You know, he's not human anymore, despite what you might think, because this whole time, throughout this episode, he's been causing more problems than anything.
Yeah.
Like, here's this monster, this thing that is attacking people, along with the inverse, and apparently attacked one of Kota's friends.
I tried to attack Rat. Rat like took the blow to save like his girlfriend. And
not really dating, but you know what? Hey, if this
is
how you get,
if
this is how you get a girlfriend, then I don't knock it, man. I don't knock it.
Like when you watch the show, like throughout, like the two of them have a lot of screen time together, so they're very like relationship coded. So it's and like you're gonna learn to appreciate Rat as a character. Will he get as much development as Zach will? Of course not. But he'll certainly get more development.
But the thing is that it's crazy that we have this whole thing at the juice bar, the Angel Grove juice bar, you know? To only like Kota's just trying to save him and trying to get him back to being a person. I'm like, bro, he's gone.
What I find especially interesting is how he lost his taste for like regular fruit.
I don't know what made him do that. Like, legitimately, I'm like, you know what? You lost the Sengoku driver. Okay.
Well, I think it's because he's an Invis now. It's like as an Invis, you can't eat like normal fruit anymore. You have to
no. You are. I guess it kind of falls under that whole vampirism, or also like Tokyo Ghoul type of logic, where if you are infected, you can no longer consume the food of mortals. You must consume flesh or a substitution of it.
Yeah.
So, how are you trying to help him? Because I don't see it throughout the whole episode. Kota's trying to like, also I'm like, Kota, wasn't this idiot like shitting on you and like cussing you out and everything? But here you guys are in a water fountain, like you're beating him up, but you got tears running down your face. Like, this guy was never a friend of yours. You knew him, but
even before he became a writer, he was a jerk.
Yeah, so I was like, I mean, I get that you're trying to save him, but this whole like tears and everything that's come, like, we have to, come on, man.
Personality-wise, he's interchangeable with Pico.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I mean, I would understand if you did this with Michi, with Mai, with any
or
of
Rat,
with Rat, or anyone, even like Baron or his people, but this guy, it's like bringing like, oh, I'm crying over Jonichi, and I'm like, why? These guys were jackasses to you. They were horrible to you.
They were like, literally Rex and Weevil.
Yeah, they were garbage characters. And yet
at least Weevil is trying to go to Duelist Academy.
Yeah, but he didn't make it. So, yeah. But again, I'm like, I don't understand why Kota.
and completely separately, like just before this, Mai tried to make amends between teams Gaim, teams Gaim, Baron, Involto, Raid
Wild Raid.
Notice how Red Hot's not there.
Yeah.
But they're all like, it's like, why should we care? Why should we break off the Invis games? Like, you have the highest score. Of course, you want to break it off. You want to retire as champions. What about the rest of us? I'm like, why can't all of you just conglomerate into just one big dance crew?
Do you guys not get what's going on here? Do you not understand the you know what? The whole dancing thing got thrown out the window after episode 4. Like, what? Like, now it is full on war. And you guys are like, no, we gotta be the best dancers. I'm like, it's not about the dancing anymore, dude. Y'all are dying. Y'all are like literally getting screwed left and right. So regardless, I'm like, all right. But only for that to just backfire, and it's like,
everyone's like, Hase disappeared. Janochi's like all the way, like with freaking Bravo. Like, we don't know what happened to Kota, or we don't, like, freaking Michi's being emo. Kota and Kaido are having their own thing elsewhere. What's going on anymore? But of course, it's like, yeah, and of course, like in Yggdrasil, it's like, Sid, this is all your fault. You just had to like distribute those belts to everyone, distribute those Loxies to everyone. It's like, well, you know, we got those new Genesis drivers. Oh, really? Because now we have a mess to clean, so you better get your Genesis driver.
So, you gave that man a Genesis driver?
Mm-hmm.
Are you crazy? I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. Mm-hmm. Call in the other 3 Rangers because it's about to be Morphin time. No,
it's Morphin time. So then, of course, it's like, while Kota's struggling to fight Hase, which, like, let's be honest, Hase should not be that difficult of an Invis to defeat, but like, no. I want to save my friend.
It's the fact that he doesn't want to kill him because he knows him. Like, do you know him?
Here's a better question. Here's a better question. Before episode 13, how many exchanges of dialogue did he have with Hase?
None that I can remember.
Yeah, at most, it was all like Hase and Janochi might have had exchanges with Michi,
but never. I don't recall anything with
Kota.
With Kota. So I don't. Again, that's why I said I don't get these tears that he's like, that he's like holding back. I'm like, obviously, yeah, you're right, but you knew him. Obviously, you're aware of him. Like, you're not friends. It's not like you guys were childhood friends and just drifted apart.
It's like imagine if freaking Takumi was suddenly sad that he has to fight against Yuji's brother-in-law.
Yeah. Like that jackass. Like, you're telling me, like, oh, he's like, I can't. Why not? I don't see a problem. It's like, but it's a person.
Don't know him?
I'm like, okay, so are not the Invers, are they not like living creatures? Are they not like they have
zombies?
You look at them as just zombies. You look at them as just, oh, no, whatever. But they are living creatures as well. And as always, they're just going by they're animals of instinct. Mm-hmm. Their whole thing is just eat and live. That's it.
Yeah.
But how is that different from what you guys do?
Certain animals are very like destructive in their habits, like hornets or Marabouta. Like those
you want to label them as monsters. You want to label them as vicious, dangerous creatures. I'm like, by all means, yes, but it's within their nature. You can't deny nature. As the thing is with the Invis. Like they attack, but they're not eating people. As far as we know, they're just attacking because just like any wild animal, they would do so. But they don't eat people. They don't desire people. People are just in the way of them getting what they want, which is the Loxseed fruit. And so because of that, it's like you think you could just change them back when a person becomes an Invis, which again, this jackass proved the point because he actually took the fruit and ate it himself. It wasn't like it fell into his mouth or by accident or someone forced him into it. He purposely
And it's not like he was just ignorantly being curious.
Yeah, no. Again, we know what happens because we've had this happen to several people in the past. you know, not on screen but off screen, but we know that these people became like the Bat or whatever that we fought later on, like in past episodes, only to see it in real life that if a human actually does eat this, you are now confirmed that you will become an invis, and you're no different than the natural born ones. You are just a mindless creature of
the night. Yeah.
And that's it. Now, is there a cure? No.
That we know.
Is there any way we can help them? No.
That we know.
That's why it is called the forbidden fruit. Humans are not meant to partake of this fruit. They're not supposed to. Remember, we were given an example of that millennia ago. And could they have done it? No, they didn't do it. Specifically told not to, but you did. And look what happened. It's that whole fuck around, see what happens. Go ahead, eat the fruit, see what happens. So it's, I mean, again, I get Coach's feelings, but I'm like, it's so unwarranted, especially for this character. Because it makes no sense that he cares so much for a random throwaway character that just like, I want power, like, he corrupted himself. And again, what happens to those that are corrupted? They die by apparently 2 cherry bombs.
Yeah, no, it's like, it's freaking, what's it called? I'd say it's kind of like Bane, where it's like he becomes addicted to the Bane venom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it's like, he's just honestly only for, it's like, well, if Gaim's not going to do it, then we got to do it. So call in the Power Rangers or the
Genesis Rangers.
The Mighty Fruit Force.
Or the Mystic Knights of Tirnanog.
Oh. That was not a bad show.
It was a good show.
It was a good show.
I actually like what they were going for.
As I've said many times, I'd watch Power Rangers. I would watch Masked Rider. I would watch Mystic Knights. I would watch everything that Saban did in the 90s. The only thing I will not ever watch is Beetleborgs. That can go to hell. I don't know why.
I'm surprised that's where
I draw the line, Michael. I know a lot of people are like, wait, you'll watch Masked Rider but not Beetle? Yes.
See, for me, it'd be the other way around.
I know. A lot of people look at me like a weirdo. Well, welcome to my world.
And heck, I would even rather watch both Beetleborgs and Masked Rider if it means I never have to remember the existence of Superhuman Samurai. Wait, no, not that one. Sorry.
No,
Tattoo Teenage.
There you go.
Alien Fighters.
You're really knocking on Gridman. Okay.
No,
okay. And you're reviewing Ultraman.
I was on the wrong channel. Show.
Sorry, Matthew Lawrence.
Okay, look. It's like this. I would rather watch the 90s American live-action Sailor Moon than watch Tattoo Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills. Because if nothing else...
I would rather watch... If you were telling me, watch Beetleborgs, I'm like, no. What would you rather watch? I would rather watch the pilot episode of the live-action Saint Seiya that you guys tried to make in America. That was called Star Blazers.
Low-key, Star Blazers actually looked cool.
Put on a shirt. What the heck? And I'm like, you want to bag on the Netflix rendition of Saint Seiya for making Shun into Sean or making it into a girl? They were already doing that back in 92.
Yeah, like Andromeda was already a girl. Besides, Andromeda was a female
constellation.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if they had gotten any more into Saint Seiya, they would have made Virgo a woman. Like, that's the only lady of the. No, it's not. It's a guy. It's Shaka. But either or, I'm like, that's where I draw the line.
Lacerda also looked very feminine. Well, still a dude, but very feminine. But the drawing style looked really weird because it's
but again, very powerful. Like out of all of them, very powerful. But yes, now we have the Power Rangers summoning the powers of cherry, melon, and what else?
Peach and lemon.
Peach and lemon.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Heck, I'll even do them in
dinosaurs. Clearly not dinosaurs.
Heck, I'll even do them in order. Oh, Energy Lockseed 01, Lemon Energy, Energy Lockseed 02, Cherry Energy, Energy Lockseed 03, Peach Energy, Energy Lockseed 04, Melon Energy, which is actually a cantaloupe, as opposed to a honeydew, which is what Lockseed 04 was. Energy Lockseed 5, Pinecone Energy. Yeah, we're going to have to get to that one later on. And then, of course, Energy Lockseed 6, Chestnut, which we'll get to in the Gaim movies. And yes, I have all 7 of them. And of course, there's Energy Lockseed Hex, which we'll get to when we discuss Drive. Actually, no, we don't have to because it's going to be in one of the Gaim films.
Well, there you go.
There you go. There you go.
It's, the cherry bomb has to come in and finish off this poor bastard, which I'm like, it took you long enough, dude. It really did. I felt bad for the kid because I'm like, he's suffering. There's no way to get around this. He's suffering. Please just end it, you know? And he does, despite Kota like crying like bloody tears, like, no. And I'm like, dude, he wasn't your friend. It sucks, but he wasn't your friend.
Yeah.
Only for this cherry-looking motherfucker. Sigurd, S-I-D. I wonder who that is. Only for it to be revealed our famous and lovely drug dealer, Sid.
I hate Sid.
I love them, man.
I would have to say my 3 least favorite character. Actually, no, like my 4 least favorite characters in this series are Michi Redu, who you have never met yet, Dr. Waring, and Sid. To be fair,
Sid right now, he's cleaning up his mess. That's all I know. I don't know anything more than that. But well, he does, you know, and again, he does clean up his mess, but he grabs Kota with the Pinecone Knights, the Mystic Knights of Pinecone. Mm-hmm. And but before that, during that, Michi snuck into Yggdrasil to chase Big Brother and found out something.
Yes. So remember how in Smart Brain you like didn't have to do any infiltration.
You just like, walk in.
Yeah, you just walk in casually.
You're like, hey.
You just like walking casually to the executive boardroom of Smart Brain.
Sir, do you have credentials to be here?
No, but I'm here. But I'm here to see Murakami. It's like okay,
yeah.
Like he's right there. But here it's like Michi's like trying to be like all solid thing, but it's like, but you're also wide open. Where's the
Michi? I love you, man, but damn, I was like, how is no one seeing this?
Like, what is the security doing? Like, were you watching Inspector Gadget the animated series? Instead of the actual security cameras?
No, don't care that this random laptop is here in this room that context, just, you know, let it all out, and only for it to be like, wait, what? And it's like, oh yeah, no, oh yeah, we knew that. Okay, wait, what happened to Team Gaim's leader? We don't know whatever happened to him. He just kind of went into the forest. Could he still be alive? No. He ate the fruit.
Yes.
He ate the fruit. And just like what happened with Pinecone Boy, he became Inverse, which was...
He became Byaku Inverse, the same one.
He became Inverse in the same episode where we were introduced to Gaim. The monster the very first monster that Gaim fought was his best friend gone berserk, and Gaim killed him by Michi's eyes in cold blood, not knowing that it was
killed
him.
By Kota.
Like, Kota killed him. Like, Michi, sweet
Kota
boy.
did not know.
He didn't know.
Kota did not know.
He just saw this monster as anyone. I bet you, Michi, if you were in that situation, you would have killed him too.
Especially since it was attacking Mai. And
yeah.
of course,
what the F? It's like, okay, yeah, but did he know? No, and it would probably destroy him if he did find out. And oh my God, you're gonna use this later on, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? It's better out than in, I say. I mean, it was gonna come out eventually, and I'm pretty sure this is, again, this is the whole transformation of becoming from kid situations to adults, because now it's how you interpret the information that you are given. Now, again, yes, Idrisil did record everything, and it's on there. They showed it. They've been, videotaping everybody, Big Brother style. But Michi just, again, as a child, is looking at it like, you killed our friend. You killed our... Did he know, Michi? No. Why do you give Gaim the benefit of the doubt if, in fact, what he's doing is technically not right? You turn the blind eye. But when something that threatened his life and the life of the girl that you are macking on, now he's an asshole.
I think it's because he wants Mai that he's like...
What? Again, it's like, I get it, I understand it, but it's just like, this is what starts the gears of your betrayal, technically. Which, again, for a fact was not Kota's fault. It's the captain's fault. Yeah. Because he didn't know. He didn't understand. And so...
And, of course, naturally... Kota gets captured by Yggdrasil as well as Kaito. Yeah, don't even remember what Kaito was even doing in this episode, but
I don't know what he was doing, but they get assaulted and taken into World 8-1. You know? And so they're like being locked up, and here comes the professor, the doctor, the creator of the Sengoku of the Sengoku drivers. What's his name?
Dr. Waring.
Only, and for him to explain what it all is, and I'm like, all right.
Which brings us to the last episode of this cluster, or as I like to call it, the episode where Takatora looks like a total moron.
Mm-hmm.
This one episode is Takatora at his most stupid. And that's saying something, because Takatora is typically not stupid, but this is him at his most stupid.
Tori, I love you, man. You give off massive Seto Kaiba vibes.
Wow.
But you know what your intelligence is? Abysmal? What's the name of the kid from GX? The real emo Ojama one.
Oh, you mean Chaz. Chaz it up.
Yeah. Chaz it up. You have Seto Kaiba vibes, but you are as smart as Chaz.
Yeah, because Chaz, he would do anything. He would do the most stupid things if he was promised a date with Alexis, my love. Shut up, Ojama Yellow.
Yeah, no, pretty much. That's Tori. That's Tori right there. Because I'm like, no. And yet I'm like, wait, so you're not mad at Sid? You're not mad? Or I guess you are mad, but you're like, how dare you? I'm like, how dare he? How dare he not? Are you kidding me? Look at this guy. He gave away Sengoku drivers like they were fucking in a lottery. Mm-hmm. You get one. Everybody gets one. Oh,
it's like Team Red Hot gets one. And then gets stolen by Bravo.
You're Tori's little brother. You're Mokuba-chan. Okay. Yeah, here you go. And remember me when you get into a position of power.
Weevil.
Yeah. So I'm like, really, Tori? Really? You never... Okay.
It's like Sid even gave you the files and everything.
Yeah. So did you never look through the files? Of course you didn't. Of course. Why am I asking?
It's like Dr. Waring knows. DJ Sagura knows.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like DJ
Peach,
like
Peach and
DJ
Lemon both know.
Like DJ Sagura may as well just like get a band of intimates. It's like Takatora didn't know. Don't tell Takatora.
Yeah. Get be like, I got a song, and Peach just go and Peach. What's Peach Arm's name?
Yoko.
Yoko starts going up there and be like, there's a song called Tori Doesn't Know. Tori didn't know. I'm like, bro. Everybody knew.
Yoko and I would go every weekend to the Helheim Forest. We get all these kids to wear all these belts, even his little brother, and he doesn't even know
that song. Bless you that you don't. But man, is it a messed up song.
Taka doesn't know. Don't tell Taka.
Yep. You want to give a middle finger to someone, play them Scotty Don't Know. Really.
But you know what Scotty does? You know what Scotty does know? The theme song to the Manchester United.
Yeah. But yeah, no, a lot of exposition dump about apparently these new Sengoku drivers that they have, the soda, are the better ones, and to use the Helheim fruit because they're trying to, I guess, invade Yggdrasil or invade the world of Helheim for its resources. Well, you're not really sure yet. But there is reason behind what they're doing. It may seem diabolical. It may seem unorthodox. But again, there's like some type of there's some reason behind all of this. Whereas again, Yggdrasil, you could say, is the evil organization that's trying to. No, they're trying to understand, but it's people within the organization that is trying to mess things up.
Yeah.
Some men just want to see the world burn.
Yep.
But yes, not much goes on besides exposition dump.
Nope.
Other than at the way end that Tori finally gets revealed who Zangens is, and it is his little brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like Zangetsu. Like, not only does he find out that his little brother is in the facility, but also he finds out that he is Regan. He's like, what?
Yeah,
little Michi is one of those delinquent beat writers.
You're telling me my brother is a freaking vagrant who dances for fruit on the street? Yeah. Why do you think he came home so late? He's rich. He doesn't take the subway. He doesn't take public transit. Hell, he doesn't even go to a freaking normal school. But yeah. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lie. It yeah. And again, this is the last episode in this review, and I gotta say, the ending I wish was actually more of a bang than it was. Besides meeting Cherry, Lemon, Melon, and Peach, they're just kind of there for right now. As we get into the next episodes, they'll probably be more prevalent.
Oh, one thing I do want to say about Yoko. She does her own stunts.
Yeah, so apparently the actress who is Yoko, I looked up, is a suit actress for other properties than Tokusatsu. So she did her own, everything you see her do in this show is her.
Yep.
She is a stunt woman doing her own work, and don't let no man ever tell you can't.
Yeah, she played the Grasshopper Woman in Kamen Rider W episodes 37 and 38. She reprised her role in Go Rider. She was also a background character in the third Deno movie, as well as appearing in the end credits of the winter film that we did last week. But yeah, so, and of course she did her own voice in Kamen Rider Battle Gamba Rising. And yeah, she was the first suit actress to perform both the actual character and her suit role, which is crazy because last time we saw that happen, we had to replace the main character 14 episodes in.
Yeah. She is what is the actress's name? Do you have it on hand?
Minami Tsukui.
Minami.
And I will say this:
who says we don't love strong women?
And I will admit to this. 2014, I did have a crush on Minami Tsukui.
She is gorgeous. She is just absolutely stunning. And I even saw a photo of her recently. I'm like, honey, you just like a fine wine. You have not gone down. But then again, at my age, well, I can appreciate young beauty, but my tastes have gotten a bit more mature. So I don't look at the young ladies anymore. I look at their moms. Ah.
Lock on.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, what would you rate this cluster of episodes?
Yeah, we had to just end it on that one because I didn't know which one to play. All right, so what now?
What would you first? Well, obviously you can't rate the Hyper Battle video since you didn't watch it, but
nah, it wasn't. I mean, I will just give it a solid 10 for calling out the weebs. Shower, damn you! What's wrong with it?
I would give it a 9 for the same reason.
I mean, any kind. I love whenever, like, you know, whatever it may be, comic, video game, manga, anything that just calls out the fan base and just be like, bro, you can love this stuff, and you are welcome to sit at my table, but don't be a cliche. You know, don't be a cliche. Brush your teeth, take a shower. You know, you want to geek? Yeah, you know, go ahead and geek. We allow the geek. It's great. But don't be a smelly gatekeeper.
Yep.
And as for these cluster of episodes, well, you can kind of think I've had a fun time watching this, you know? Because we have now, again, those words that were said in the last review of, you know, I didn't know what was going to happen that summer, but this was the last time that we would be kids. Little did we know that our adventures would be now adulthood. So fucking right, man.
Yeah.
Like, you all just like, nope, no more Pokemon and
didn't even like
dancing and you know, no more with the Pokemon and the dancing with the hipping and the hopping and the bopping, you know, like now, yeah, we're getting. We're straight up into gangland territory now.
Yeah,
we are chopping heads off here, left and right.
Absolutely, yeah.
So again, I had fun watching these because it's just like, wait, what happened? What's going on? No, keep the snacks coming. What's going on? What? I can't stop. What is there next? We have to wait till next week. But
Absolutely.
Yeah, I had fun. I had fun with these because again, even though like both the tidbits of excitement that we did get, it was like whoa.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I give them all just like an 8.5 through and through.
Okay.
I will say though the whole thing with Tori figuring out finally that his like no, you are just late to the party, man. You really are.
No, it's like episodes 12 and 15 were like both solid episodes, but they were definitely the weaker two of the lot. So those are 8s. Episode 13 definitely a 10 because this is the really good one. This is where like people have to like learn to work together. Like this is above our pay grade. Like now, like we know that Zangetsu is much stronger, and of course we find out that Hase is now he's a plant zombie.
Now he's dead.
Yeah. Like this is where Ish hit the fan, and
very much.
Yeah. So no, it's like it's fantastic. But the next episode, a 9 instead of a 10, just because it's like it's a little bit weaker because like the main downside of the episode is Coda just being like broken up about the whole like, oh, I have to kill my best friend, but it's like you never even talked to the guy.
Yeah, how is he your friend?
Yeah.
That makes no sense. I mean, as I've stated, it makes no sense. But the whole trying to be a hero thing, it's like, dude, you gotta realize that you can't save everybody.
Yeah.
You can't. There's no way. So
no,
that's something he's got to learn. He's gonna learn really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Bless you, Kota, you sweet, sweet orange boy. Let's see how your journey goes from here.
And let's see how Michi gets out of this shell. With like fighting 3 Kurokage troopers on hover bikes.
Yeah. I always hated that level in Battletoads.
Yeah. All right, let's see what you guys have to say about it.
People have to say.
Okay, so this guy, in a language I don't understand, says that Gaim reminds me of Kamen Rider Geo. Does it though?
I never seen Geo, so I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
okay. Triple OXY0 responds. I disagree. Gaim is more like Fies than Geo, except Yggdrasil has much clearer plans than Smart Brain.
Are we still on this argument?
Not. I mean, not a big bar to jump over, but you did jump over it. You know.
No, I know, and I mean, I even called out Smart Brain many a times. Just like, what the heck is going on, man? What are you guys? But at least Yggdrasil, it's like, while at the same time I get it and we know, and we're like, they're not necessarily bad.
Yeah.
Well, at least I haven't seen any proof of it yet.
I remember on page 53 of the December 2011 issue of Playboy magazine where Conan O'Brien was being interviewed, and he said, every day I want to do one more push-up than I did the previous day. But hey, yesterday I only did one push-up.
Well, now we learned something about Mike. He reads the interviews in Playboy.
Yeah, back in the day, I actually read the interviews.
Well, you gotta get your money's worth.
Yeah,
it ain't just about the. You want that? You can. Well, again, early 2000s, it was different times. So.
Yeah, but for real though, like that interview with Conan O'Brien on page 53 was actually like really good. Like he talked about his comedy style, his marriage, his relationship with his kids, his experience on The Simpsons, like what he was going through when they got rid of him on the Tonight Show and they replaced him with Jay Leno, and of course starting his new show, The Conan on TBS. because like it was like a big deal because like, oh, Jay Leno retired from the Tonight Show. He was replaced with Conan O'Brien, but then they brought Jay Leno back, so they basically kicked Conan to the curb. So it's like reading that interview is actually really interesting. And honestly, that one interview was like such like a huge, was so impactful to me because of like the things that Conan said about like how he deals with things. It's like it's the reason why. Like, I gave away all of my Playboy magazines except for that one December issue because I like holding on to that Conan O'Brien interview.
What else do people got to say?
Yeah, but yeah, if you could find a PDF of that interview, definitely give it a good read. Okay, well, now we know what happened to you here. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Munch, man. Why? Really? Yeah, so why? Like,
Steve, don't eat the fruits.
I wasn't going to.
Yeah, for real, you guys are my favorite dorks. Well, we never liked those things.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah. Soda.
I've never hidden my intents or anything like that. Obviously, like, oh, someone's like, how the hell can you call out the weebs if you yourself are one? I've never said I'm a weeb. Never in my life.
See, here's the thing. I acknowledge that I'm a weeb, but the thing is, just because I am a weeb doesn't mean I have to.
To me, the word weeb is kind of like an insult, Let's break it down.
Have a derogatory connotation to it.
I mean, here's the thing: if you're called a weeb or a dweeb, that's the derogatory like slur, I guess people will say it is.
Yeah.
If you're called, let's just be honest: nerds are smart people. Okay, that's what a nerd is.
Geeks are people who are passionate about hobbies.
What you see at Comic-Con, at anime conventions. Those are all geeks, okay? I've said it a million times. I will say it again, and I will continue saying it till I'm old and gray. I don't ever believe, ever once in my life, that there are such a thing as cool kids at an anime or comic book or sci-fi convention, ever. You could have your sexy, half-naked girls and your guys with chiseled six-packs, but when you bring up Digimon, Pokemon,
Yu-Gi-Oh,
fighting Foodons,
God damn you,
Ultimate Muscle, like the 4Kids era of anime, and you see the nostalgic, like, oh yeah, Bobo.
Oh my god, I love that. Superficial nose hair.
Yeah. I don't deny that. And I'm like, great, But again, don't think you're up here just because you got a six-pack or a very nice figure. Pound it. Good to see you. Nice to see you. Let's chit-chat. Let's talk. Be courteous and nice. But again, when you're a weeb, a weeb is someone who walks around thinking they're better than everyone because, well, I'm thinner, I'm prettier, I'm hotter, I'm buffer. I am like, blah, blah, blah. Bro, you want to say you're king of the nerds, queen of the nerds, and I look around, I'm like, man, just like in Dodgeball, you got last pick for Royal Domains, huh? This is what you're fighting for? You can have it. I don't want to be king.
See, what's interesting is that the dictionary definition of weeb is short for wannabe Japanese, which in Japan just means any non-Japanese person that has an interest in Japanese culture. But the thing is, it got so severely co-opted by like the most maladaptive members of the anime community.
That's what I mean.
It's like. So it's like now here in America, like in Japan, the word weeb is like a badge of honor. But like here in America and maybe even Canada, like the word weeb is practically a derogatory because of the prevalence in maladaptive stereotypes. Yeah.
Bro, and you could rock the decals.
Yeah. So that's why I say like I may be a weeb, but like it doesn't mean I have to conform to maladaptive stereotypes. You know, like
I don't. You could have your figurines, your bunny girl statues. It's all good with me, man. I ain't judging. In fact,
I have a wall-to-wall manga collection. You know,
I will go buy one. Where'd you buy that?
God knows how much money I spent on manga.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, there you go. But when you're being a gatekeeper, you're being like, don't talk to me unless you got followers, man. At that point, I'm like, see, not this.
Yeah,
no, not that.
Yeah, it's like it kind of goes back to what we said earlier about like that one phrase. It's like we're not against the phrase itself. We're against the fact that we have to outright say it.
It's common sense. It's common sense. It's like,
common sense, exactly.
We go to conventions and wherever our interests are to have fun and make new friends and to be around our people. These are our people. Am I not right? But when you're thinking you're better. And I'm not saying, please, by all means, walk into PMC, walk into Ranger Stop, Anime Expo, Comic-Con, and do the Ben Stiller blue steel as you're walking down and trying to, I am, yes. Do your JoJo poses and rock it. Own it. All right? But again, don't be a weeb.
It's like, okay? Just let everyone enjoy their passions. It's like this. I cannot
like VTubers. I know people that cringe at you.
I cannot stand sword art online. Like I cannot stand it. But if you like it, more power to you. More power to you. If Super Mega Force is your favorite season of Power Rangers, I will inexorably disagree with you. But you have the right to pick that as your favorite season.
If you like it, that's fine.
I personally I can't see why you would. Like even like the actual actors from that season wouldn't understand why you would like it. Yeah. But we will respect that you do.
It. We're not here to judge.
Yeah.
Silently we will, but not a lot.
Yeah, like on a rare occasion, like honestly, before this past Morphicon, like people would be shocked that my most favorite season of Power Rangers is like Jungle Fury. It's like, what? Jungle Fury? Not RPM, not Time Force, not In Space. It's like,
I'm sorry, I'm like go under the fucking masses' opinions. I thought Jungle Fury was actually good.
Yeah, no, it's not an issue of whether or not it's good. It's an issue of like, what, like, how is it your most favorite season?
And I'm like, you're comparing it to RPM. How dare you? How dare you?
And look, like I'm not going to say that Jungle Fury is the best season.
I'll say it. I'm friends with Johnny Bosch. I have met many of the original cast. Even befriended the late Jason David Frank, but I find Tommy the Green Ranger so insufferable and annoying that even the White Ranger himself, Tommy in general, I find just as a almost BS character. I have no idea why people love him so much. But I'm not shitting on David Frank. I even told him that himself.
Jason Frank himself was like a real.
I don't like Tommy. I like you, Jason, but I don't like Tommy.
Yeah, we love Jason David Frank. Tommy was slow. Mid, it's like you
deserve to get a Dear John letter, Tommy.
Freaking honestly, I think that he was done dirty with the Dear John letter, but it's my issue is that like he never got over it, like low key. No. And that was where the fault in the writing was. Let's be honest. Yeah. But no, it's like, but it's funny because like before, like people were shocked that like Jungle Fury is my most favorite season. It's like, look, I never said Jungle Fury is the best season. I'm just saying it's my most favorite season. It doesn't have, your most favorite doesn't have to be the best. It's like that line from Spy Kids 3 Game Over. It's like, choose your best player. Now choose your strongest player. Yeah. Okay. And that's why like Junie and Arnold have to fight each other in like level 3. Mm-hmm. I think, no, or 4. I can't remember which level it was. I think it was level 3. But yeah, no, it's so yeah, it's whatever. It's like, but what's funny is that like it's just Jungle Fury is the season I get the most joy watching. Like it's the one season I feel the least sick of watching if I watched it on a loop on Pluto TV. And sometimes I mix it up, but it's just it. And keep in mind, it took me years to come to that conclusion because I've been jumping around to what I thought what my most favorite season was. I've thought Time Force was my most favorite, or RPM was my most favorite. But at the end of the day, it's Jungle Fury. But needless to say, this past convention, I love how much love Jungle Fury got. Like, oh man, so like there were so many. I've never seen this many Jungle Fury fans in my entire life, and I've been going to conventions since 2010. Like I've seen like even Jungle Fury panels, which I would usually go to. Usually there'll be like, I don't know, maybe like 7 rows of people filled up, but never the entire auditorium for just the one season. Of course, I was not able to attend this year's Jungle Fury panel because I was too busy, doing interviews. But I'm happy to see how much love, my favorite season got this year. Yeah. So I don't. The point is, don't gatekeep. Let everyone enjoy.
Don't be a weeb.
Just don't lie about your fandom history.
Nope.
Like if you just got into, let's say, Power Rangers, for example, like just a month ago, a month later, I want to hold it against you if you said I'm the biggest Power Ranger fan because like how much of a fan you are is based on your passion. But with that in mind, don't say you've been watching it since the beginning because you weren't. You just saw it a month ago. That's the one thing I will call you out on. Like if I know you've only been watching the show for a month, but say you've been watching it way longer, I'll call you out on that one thing. If you've only been watching the show for a month and said you're the biggest fan, I won't call you out on that. Because I could say, because like a month of listening to the Beatles, I was already the biggest Beatles fan. I knew everything about the Beatles. But just be honest about how much or how long or how frequent you are a fan of something. Yeah, you're not gonna hurt anyone. Like, okay, I've never seen Ultraman Gaia. It's not gonna stop me from saying hello to, the lead actor from Ultraman Gaia. It would have been a little bit difficult because I would have nothing to talk about, but at least I'm not gonna lie. It's like, oh yeah, I've been watching Ultraman Gaia since like 1999.
There's only one of 99. Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. There are 3 types of people: those who run from adversity, those who run towards it, and those who are frozen by it. Kota runs towards them, while Michi runs from them.
I would say you're right, but wasn't that Michi that was like uncovering a lot that we did not know about?
He was
he was the one that was like, I'm hacking into the system. I'm like blah blah blah, and I'm figuring stuff out, and I'm like getting the information, and then I find out what happened to Yusei and what happened to Baron and Gaim, and but at the same time, well, yes, it is true that Kota, is like he's running towards and trying to defend people. It's as if he's trying to put out a fire with a bale of hay instead of a bucket of water. Because while I get what you're trying to do, it's doing more harm than it is good.
Yeah, I think both extremes
can be given so many outs, Kota, and good for you that you stick to your morals and to who you are. But I know you're going to regret this down the line. You really are. So, yes, you're blindingly charging in. and Michi is the one who's opened Pandora's box and has now announced that I know what happened. I see what happened. Koda's not there yet.
But I do find it interesting that Michi was hiding what happened from Koda.
Well, I mean, he hasn't had time to talk to Koda yet. I mean, I know that they're in the same.
No, but there was like the video though, and Michi and like Koda's about to see the video, but then Michi tried to turn off the screen.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, it's like, okay, well, we all know how Koda would react. Look what he reacted to this nobody character. Imagine if you found out that he killed the leader of Team Gaim, one of his bestest friends.
Yeah, but don't you think he would find out about it sooner or later?
He will. He will. It's just that, do you want to tell him now or do you want to tell him later? Again, that's on Michi. That's Michi's fault. You could have, you should have, but you didn't. I know you're trying to protect Koda because he's your best friend, but you're doing more harm than you are good because he's eventually going to find out, and it's better for him to find out at a downtime than it is when shit is at cranked to 11.
Yeah.
But again, that's just me.
Okay, what are you eating? I'm eating lock seeds.
Fruit, some curry, and some Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Oh geez, you just reminded me of episode 10 of Power Ranger where Aubrey Blue made that rainbow curry with all those tropical fruits. Yeah, and then it got Mikey sick.
Yeah. So bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
Not even Mr. O'Shaughnessy would eat that. That's right. I remember the dub names of the Power Rangers.
There you go.
Yeah.
Is that it for the comments?
Yeah, that's it for the comments. And incidentally, I did just finish watching the Kyoruger versus Go Busters movie. So yes, Aubrey Blue was in that movie. And yes, this show's taking place concurrently with Gaim, which we are reviewing. I'm trying to finish. Yeah. Actually, I only have 6 more episodes of Kyoruger left. So yeah, we're getting there.
Very interesting times that we had for superhero time, you know?
Yeah.
Samba, mariachi, dinosaur henshins with fruit ninja transformation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Batteries and padlocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you wonder why we kind of looked at it all sideways, the Go Kaijus had keys and I mean the Go Busters had their It's Morphing Time, which is pretty cool, but now I know.
Yeah, I know. And yes, when I'm gonna watch, as I'm watching Kyoruger, I am also gonna watch Dino Force Brave, the Korean sequel, which is canon, by the way.
I'm gonna try to find that. I have been wanting to see that because I'm like, what?
It's crazy.
I have actually come to appreciate the Korean culture more and more now.
Yeah, what's interesting is that in Korean it's called Dino Force Brave because Kyoruger in Korea was called Dino Force. But what's really cool is that in Japan they took Dino Force Brave and dubbed it back into Japanese using the Kyoruger actors, and they called it Kyoruger Brave. So it is very much so canon because it does take place 2 years after Kyoruger, and Daigo does come back, and we do get a cameo from what's it called, Geo Eagle at the end of the series.
Riken Misato makes a cameo.
Yamato makes a cameo.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, because there's 2 Eagles.
Yeah.
I thought, I was like, wait.
No, not Jewel Bird, Jewel Eagle.
How much do I pay you never to look at me that way again, Misato? But yeah, okay. Oh God, I'm getting flashbacks.
Yeah. At least Bud is not an asshole. That's what's important.
So far, no one's a dick without reason in this show, which is wonderful because I'm like, no,
Except
if you become an asshole, if you become an asshole later on, I get it, but you're not instinctively an asshole right now for no fucking reason.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. By the way, I'm curious. How do you feel about Jim Carrey doing a Val Kilmer impression in Batman Forever?
Was that an actual thing?
Because in the movie, Jim Carrey's Edward Nygma progressively tries to make himself more and more look like
yeah.
First, like down to the mole.
Well, I mean, it's Jim Carrey, so I give him a pass.
Yeah.
Anyone else, I'm like, Misato, you don't get a pass.
Well, Steve, I hope you put a mental pin on that in later arcs. But with that in mind, please, we hope you enjoy watching our discussion of Fruit Ninjas and Dinosaur Battery Samba. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon, stay notified for our latest videos. Be sure to share our videos because it helps us out with the algorithms. On Mondays, we do Ultraman Arc. On Wednesdays, Kamen Rider Gabu, and so far that series is so criminally good. Bakuage Sentai Boom Boom on Thursdays, which is also criminally good. And then Sundays we are continuing with our momentum on Kamen Rider Gaim with another 4-episode bracket. So with that in mind, also watch our Power Morphicon interviews. We recently upload our interviews of Jorge Vargas Jr., aka Blake, aka Navy Thunder Ranger, as well as the lovely Miss Abbott, aka Jay Borg from Dino Fury and Cosmic Fury. So definitely check those 2 interviews out. Check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we do various movie reviews. We did we both did Speed movies. Only one of them had Keanu Reeves. Both Mask movies. Only one of them had Jim Carrey. And of course, all 3 Dumb and Dumber movies. Only 2 out of 3 had Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels. Be sure to check out those videos, and we have more content on the way, and of course you want to follow us on our social medias.
Just on the IG first and Prince. I will be doing quick little minute reviews upon things, so if you want to see my 1 minute to maybe 2 minute little rants, by all means, come and follow me. I'll be talking about many things, not just Kamen Rider.
And of course, you can find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto and on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. With all that said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to stay safe, stay hydrated, update your emergency kits, hug your loved ones. See you all next time. We hope you have a great week coming up. And of course, only 25 more days till Halloween. Can't wait for that.
So, as always, keep yourselves Halloween. Stock up on your candy and make sure that your teeth are ready.
Yes, as him from Powerpuff Girls would say, candy today to decay tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Ooh, got a plan for the future. Oh, man. So, see, like, Bravo talks like that, so it works. See ya.
Bye, guys.